Today I want to bring you along for an unboxing and overview of the Benjamin Bulldog M257. I'm Dustin and you're watching Legacy Airguns. Well, I'm very excited to have another Benjamin here on the channel. For those who don't know, my PC airgun journey began with a Benjamin, that one right up there on the wall, the Marauder Field and Target. That's the one my father left to me. And I've collected some other PCPs since then, but now I finally have another Benjamin. And I chose this one because it is very intriguing, to say the least. It's a very interesting gun. If you've not seen one already, let me pull out a blade. Looks like I've got some tape here to open up. You are getting the very first look at this along with me. Looks like that was all of the tape. I'll give you a much better view than this, don't worry. But it looks like I've got some foam here. And I'll actually bring you around and let you have a bird's eye view of this. All right, let's start just taking a look at what comes in the box. If anybody else is out there looking to get one of these, you know what to expect. Got here, looks like that's the magazine. Pretty thick and long magazine. That should hold any ammo I want, probably. And owner's manual. Looks like the owner's manual might be universal for all of the Bulldogs. I could be wrong about that. Then we've got, what do we have? Ballistic test information that was done with the gun. Recommended ammo. That's interesting too. I see right here 2 of those. That one and I believe that one I've already purchased. So I'm glad to see the ones I purchased are on the recommended list. Got some more information on paper. And then we've got the rifle. Let's see how I can get this out. Pull the foam off. That is a very large gun. Heavy duty too. I can tell just by picking it up initially. That is a very well built gun. I never know what to expect with guns that are plastic, but this one actually that's metal. That's good to know. And so that means it's got a metal rail. And look at the size of that rail. I could put anything on there. Scope for sure. And then I've also got an overbore bipod I might use depending on the scope. But if so, I can mount that right up here. It's also got more rail down on the bottom. And then this part is synthetic, but it's pretty well built synthetic. But now that we've got the box opened up, let me give you a better look. Well, there you go. There's a look at it outside of the box. And so far, just from appearance alone, I'm happy with this thing. It's a strange looking gun. I don't mind just being blunt and saying so. I've heard some people say it's ugly. I don't think I would go that far, but it's definitely strange, especially compared to other air guns that I've used. This is the first bullpup that I've owned, and so that's going to be interesting. It's a fairly large and fairly heavy gun, but as I picked it up off camera, I noticed it's also a pretty well balanced. In fact, I would say it's very well balanced gun, so I'm excited about that. It should be easy to pack around. And speaking of packing around, I noticed it does have sling studs front and back, and it's a side lever cocking. You pull that back to cock it, and then I checked off camera, it does have the ability to be decocked. If I pull the trigger, I can let that down. There are some guns that you cannot do that, and I don't think I would buy one. I think that would be a deal breaker for me. All the ones I have, that feature is there, so I'm happy that it's there on this one. This shroud, as I said before, is all metal, as is the Picatinny rail, a huge Picatinny rail. The rest is synthetic. It feels like the trigger is metal, the safety is plastic, and the way the safety works, it's similar to my Marauder up there. Pull it back, that's on safe. Push it forward, that's off safe and ready to shoot. Right now it's decocked. I don't care about the safety being on. Magazine, of course, goes right here, and it is a 5-shot magazine. We'll pull that out in a moment too. What else can I tell you? There's a little screw right here that if you take that off, I believe this shroud comes off if you ever need to access the barrel. Right up here, I'm excited about this because I believe this is going to be a pretty loud gun, and that is, let me twist that all the way off, but that is a threaded muzzle, so you can attach either your silencer or an adapter for the silencer and then attach one. that would be good because, like I said, from what I understand and from what I've seen and been able to gather watching other videos, it is a fairly loud, possibly even wear your ear protection loud rifle. But now that you've had a look at the gun, oh, one other thing we haven't looked at, two more I'll mention. This butt pad is rubber. Don't expect a lot of recoil, but the rubber is also nice not only for recoil, but also just good grip against your shoulder, so it's not slipping around. And then the other thing I have not checked out yet is okay, that just basically goes in there and then pushes down, snaps into place, but that is the access to the male Foster fitting. And it's just a standard, I believe that's 1/4 inch size, so you can attach a tank or compressor or whatever it is you're using. That just snaps back on. Pretty easy, but it comes off a little easy. You have to be a little careful with that, but not bad. And it has a nice little grip there where you need to push on it to get it off. But let me show you a scope that I think I'm going to use on this one, if it works with my bipod. I may use a regular scope, but I think I would like to use this. And I've reviewed this before. This is the Commander NV400. It's a day and night vision scope. Has a range finder built onto it. It also has a mount where you can attach an infrared light for the night vision. It also is a camera. You can record shots. And so I would love to have that work on here, and I'll put that on there. Won't be able to show you the installation, but I will show it to you with the scope on. And then the bipod that I would like to use is this over-the-bore bipod. So why don't we take a look at the rifle with those installed? All right, well, how is that for an airgun rig? I've got the UTG overbore bipod, and again, that just mounts right on the Picatinny rail, which means it could go anywhere, but I like to have bipods as far forward as possible. That seems to be the most stable, and I've got that just about to the muzzle. I've got that one leaf scope up here, the NV400, mounted with plenty of clearance. And back here, where the magazine goes, I pulled the magazine out. It is a 5-shot rotary magazine. And as far as how many shots the rifle gets, I'm interested myself to find that out. I've seen varying reports on YouTube with this one. And a lot of the videos I was able to find were actually this gun in different calibers. So that's a little bit hard to get information on this one. There's not a lot of content, at least that I could find. But there is some, and I hope to bring you more myself. But anyway, again, 5 shots. It is not regulated. And to be honest, as powerful as it claims to be, I would be happy if it just got through one magazine of 5 shots with some consistency. And the reason why is because they say it's built as a hunting rifle. And when you're hunting, you usually don't need to take a whole lot of shots. You take a lot of shots when you're out at the range, and then it would be nice to have a higher shot count. But for something like a hunter, if I can get 5 shots at the power advertised, I believe this the advertised power is about 120 to 140 foot-pounds, depending on ammo, obviously. So if I can get 5 of those with some consistency, I'll be plenty happy. It has as it rotates around, it has an empty indicator with red. But let's go ahead and just cock this and see how the magazine goes in. It looks as though it just goes straight down, not in from the side. Yeah, it just clicks in. Obviously, I won't be able to cock it because there is no ammo in there, and it doesn't let the bolt go forward if it's empty. But yeah, it just fits in there nice and flush. I'll go ahead and decock that again. And that trigger, by the way, it's a 2-stage trigger, and I've not dry fired it or anything yet. I don't even have air in the gun. But just as I've used it a couple times to decock the gun, it looks like it would be a big cumbersome trigger, but it feels good. It breaks pretty nice. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing as much as I enjoyed bringing you along for it. Please don't forget to click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can be here for more videos, including more videos of the Bulldog and M257. Also, if you look down in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media. Thank you so much for watching.